Hi, my name's Andy and I'm a sailing coach and fix boats. So in this video, just having a little look at how to apply gel coat over a small area. So this is an area that I've repaired previously, made sure the material is completely solid. I've prepared it by sanding it and given it a really good clean. And then there's just a little bit about how to put the gel coat on and a little bit about how the gel coat works. So just as a bit of an introduction, how it does work. First of all, if this red bit is the sort of area of repair, the bit you're going to gel coat. Gel coat is a laminating resin, so it's designed to put several layers on. So you come back, you put one layer on. That gives it a thin coverage, but not enough to sand through. And the top will stay tacky, so you can come back and put another layer over it, and then another. When you're done, what you need to do is come up with a way to exclude air from the surface, and that will help mean your gel coat can completely cure. Right, so that's what I'm going to look at in the video. Hopefully that's going to be useful for you. Here I've got my bits and pieces. First of all, I've got some just gel coat. This is Dawn Grey gel coat. The laser is of quite a vintage, so I know it's going to need that. If you're interested, RAL 9002. So pop that off. I've given it a good shake, so it's quite well mixed. Just pop a little bit in the cup. Lovely. Nice gooey stuff. Right, that's back on. So we've got a little bit of gel coat in there. I think that's probably about roughly 20 grams of gel coat. Now we need to add a little bit of catalyst. So there's your catalyst. It's not too fussy how much you put in it. Should be roughly, catalyze it roughly 2%. So for about 20 grams, I'm just going to put roughly about just a little bit more than half a milliliter in here. And with gel coat, when you're putting it on, it's what's called a laminating resin. So it's not designed just to put one layer on, you're designed to put several layers on. And then it's air inhibited curing, so you need to actually block air out from the top layer before it will cure. Right, so that's well mixed up. So just going to take my brush and pop on a little bit of resin. This is a little repair I've done to gunnel of a laser. So this is now structurally sound, it's smooth, and I've prepared the surface ready for gel coating. So I've sanded it with 120 grit sandpaper, so that the gel coat will adhere to it, and it's a good smooth surface. I've also given it a really good clean down with acetone, so there isn't any dust, and that's really important to do, otherwise your gel coat just won't stick. It's got to be a really solid, clean and smooth surface, and then you can go gel coating on it. A little bit of resin on the brush, and I'm just going to cover the main body of the main bit of the repair there. So there's a bit of a drip, let's see if we can catch that. There you go. Right, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so now I've put the gel coat on, I just want to help it cure just slightly, just on the top. So I'm just going to waft it here with a bit of card. In fact, there's quite a bit of breeze today, I'll probably do it on its own. So if you've got a heat gun, you can use that, especially if it's cold, but just what we're doing is just wafting a bit of air over the top, just allowing the top surface just to start to cure. And as soon as that's happened, I can come back and pop another layer of gel coat over that. Okay, so it doesn't need to be long, about just a couple of minutes of doing this. Then I can dip back straight into the same pot of gel coat. That won't have gone off yet, and then I can paint another layer on. Okay, so coming back to the repair, the surface has just started to tack up very, very slightly there. So I'm going to come back in with another layer of gel coat. This time I'm just going to brush in a different direction, and I'm going to get a little bit more coverage this time. Right, a bit more gel coat. Where are we? There we go. So you can see it's just sort of dragging the surface over. I'm just going to crease the area just by a little bit. Okay, so that's 2 layers on. I'm going to go for 3 layers, but the 3rd layer is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so going to do the last layer of gel coat now. And the problem with gel coat is it doesn't cure unless you exclude air. And there's several ways of doing this. You can cover it with a little bit of tape, you can leave it to tack off a bit and then paint a layer of PVA glue over it, and then when it's dry just wash it off. What I quite like doing is turning the top coat of gel coat into something called flowcoat, and you do that by adding this stuff here, which is waxing styrene. So you have a layer of wax in the gel coat, and as it starts to cure, the wax floats to the top and creates a barrier which excludes the air and means your gel coat will, or flow coat in this case, will go off correctly. So you need to do something to your top layer. Right, so let's take the brush out. So you add this approximately 2%, and again it's going to be quite an approximately. Let's pop roughly that much in. Nice thing about gel coat is it is in polyester resin. It's not particularly fussy about exact quantities. Right, so again, I'll give that a good mix, and then I'm going to just paint a layer on the top of the repair. Again, just the same as before, just going to put layer this time, just making sure that I cover all of any previous gel coat that I've put on. Oh, there we go, not in the middle, sorry. Just so it's going to exclude air from all of that repair. Okay. Right, so I'm going to tidy that up, leave it for a few hours. That should tack up and I can come back and sand it. Okay, so just checking in with that gel coat again. So the repair was just along there. Yep, set up nicely. This is only a few hours later. I've sanded it, given it a polish. Boat's good to go again. Right, so just a little bit about gel coat, and so 3 things. Prepare the area, laminate it, so do it in several layers, and then last of all you need something to exclude air over the top. I used waxing styrene, but no reason you can't just let it tack up and then put some tape over, or even just brush over with a little bit of PVA glue mixed with a touch of water. Okay, hope that helps you guys.